Hi, and welcome to Anne's Family Recipe. Today I'm making a healthy and fresh winter tabbouleh salad. Like most people I know, I've been eating unhealthy for the past couple of months. With Thanksgiving and Christmas, I still have piles and piles of candy that we're slowly working our way through, if not just throwing away at this point, because I am ready to eat healthy. So I decided to kind of winterize my usual summer tabbouleh salad. This is a classic Middle Eastern grain bowl that's filled with lots of fresh veggies, and today I'm going to add some cranberries, a little bit of kale, and some feta cheese, and it's going to be awesome. Tabbouleh is such a versatile dish because you can start basically with any kind of grain that you want. Today I'm using the classic bulgur wheat, and I just wanted to show you how it comes. This is Bob's Red Mill brand, and I just got it in my regular grocery store. And my tip for you is that I actually found this in the cereal aisle. So it was along with like steel cut oats and some other breakfast whole grain cereals. Just in case you're going on a hunt in your store and you can't find it, that might be a good place to check. You could also substitute couscous, quinoa, even just rice would be great in this salad. So we have to prepare our grains first. I have 1 cup of my red bulgur wheat. I'm just going to put it in a very large mixing bowl here. And then I have 1 cup of really, really hot, basically boiling water that I'm pouring over the top. And then this is going to sit for about an hour so that the grain soaks it all up and gets nice and plump. I like to cover this with plastic wrap. That kind of helps keep the heat in for as long as possible. And then we'll check back on this in an hour. As our bulgur wheat softens, I'm going to chop up all of these beautiful vegetables to go into our tabbouleh salad. So today I'm working with a huge bunch of fresh parsley, and I like to use curly parsley just because I think the texture looks really pretty. An entire bunch of green onions, also known as scallions, 1 seedless cucumber, but of course you can use a regular cucumber and just de-seed it. You can use a spoon and kind of scrape the seeds out of the middle. That's easy. And then I have a few beautiful Roma tomatoes here. This is just what I have on hand, but you could also throw in a whole pint of like little cherry or grape tomatoes that you just slice in half. And then I'm going to add some kale today, which I think will look really nice with our curly parsley. And this is a nice hearty winter green. So I'm going to chop this up really finely because it can be a little bit tough, so you want it to be nice small pieces, and the acidity in the dressing of the salad will break it down a little bit, and it's going to be delicious. You can find kale either in a bag or a little plastic container in your produce section, or you can just buy it in bulk by the bunch. You just want to make sure that you take the leaves off the stems because they can be pretty tough and fibrous, and you don't want to eat those. I'm so excited because I get to use the new knife from Kuhn Rikon that my husband got me for Christmas. This is the chef's knife, and I know it's going to work really well because I accidentally sliced my kitchen sponge in half with this knife. So we know it's sharp. So let's get chopping. I'm going to start with my bunch of parsley. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. And we're just going to chop this up nice and fine. It helps to kind of bunch this up in your hands, and then you can just run through it with your knife. And you can absolutely include the stems. That just adds extra flavor. Today I'm going to be using my bench scraper, which is such a handy tool to just pick up all your ingredients off your cutting board and then transfer them into your mixing bowl. It has so many different uses, but today I'm just using it to get all the veggies into our bowl. I also wanted to mention that with the parsley and the green onions, it would be equally as easy to use scissors to just chop them up right into your bowl, whatever works for you. So I'm just going to cut my cucumber down the middle, and then with each half, I'm going to make 2 slices, so it'll be cut into thirds, and then just give it a nice dice. Next is our kale, and I'm going to approach that the same way I did the parsley, where I kind of roll it up, bunch it up in my hand, and then carefully slice through the leaves to make the pieces pretty small. So these are green onions. I'm just going to chop these up. Again, it's also really easy to go through these with a pair of scissors too. Just cut them right into your bowl. I'm just gonna dice up my 3 Roma tomatoes. So I cut it in half again, and then just chop. So my beautiful vegetables are all chopped up, and it smells so fantastic and fresh in here. I'm feeling healthier already. My bulgur wheat has absorbed all of the water in the bowl, so I uncovered it, and I'm just gonna use a fork here to kind of fluff it up, just like you would rice after you're done cooking it. Looks great. So now we're gonna flavor this up a little bit. And today for my citrus, I'm just gonna use the traditional juice of a lemon, actually 2 lemons, but I think it'd be really fun if we're trying to give this a bit of a winter twist to experiment with orange or grapefruit juice. So if you try that, let me know in the comments below. So I have 2 lemons over here that I already sliced in half, and I have my trusty lemon juicer. So I'm just gonna put the flesh side down into my citrus juicer here and give it a good squeeze. And then we'll do that again 3 more times. And this smells so incredible. Again, nice and vibrant and fresh. It's just gonna give this such great citrus flavor. Okay, so that's the juice of 2 whole lemons. Next, I'm going to drizzle in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. There we go. And then I'm going to finish with about 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. You could also use regular table salt, but you want to use about half the amount. So maybe start with about half a teaspoon and then taste it after you've added all the veggies to see if you need any more seasoning, because salt is always to taste. And then lastly, I'll also sprinkle in some black pepper. And then I'm gonna mix that all together. Next, we'll add all of our gorgeous vegetables into the bulgur wheat. I wanted to mention that today we added kale into our salad, which is a nice hearty winter green. But another vegetable you could experiment with is Brussels sprouts. You could chop them up really finely, and I think that would give a really nice crunch and great additional flavor to our salad. And of course, a little wintry touch. So in go these vegetables. Doesn't that look healthy? Can't wait to try this. Before I stir this all together, I'm gonna add in 2 additional special ingredients. So I have 1 cup of dried cranberries, which are honestly gonna look like beautiful jewels inside this salad. I just love adding dried cranberries or cherries into a salad. And then I really like adding feta cheese into my tabbouleh. You could also use goat cheese, which offers a nice tang. And this is a little bit salty and a little bit sharp, and it just goes so well with the other ingredients in the salad. So now we're gonna stir this all together. Carefully. Our salad is all mixed together, and my last step, of course, is to give it a taste. I'm gonna get a little bit of everything in this bite. Let's see here. It's so delicious. You know what? Those cranberries in there are such an awesome touch because you get that chewy texture, and that's so unusual. You don't usually have that in a traditional tabbouleh salad, but it's really nice. Nice and lemony and refreshing. Crunchy from all the veggies. A little bit of extra saltiness from the feta cheese and creaminess too. Am I looking more vibrant and healthy? I'm feeling that way. This is so tasty. All right, so I wanted to mention also that you can add chickpeas into this if you're going vegetarian but you want to kind of boost up the protein a little bit and make this your main meal. You could also add some grilled chicken to this if you want this to be more of a dinner as opposed to a lunch or like a side dish. So this is a really, really versatile dish, and I think you're gonna absolutely love it. Now, the one thing that you probably should do is pop this into the refrigerator for a couple of hours, just so that the flavors will really marry together. But it's still fabulous as is if you want to eat it right away. It's just gonna get better and better as it sits. Definitely cover it up just so your whole fridge doesn't smell like green onions, although maybe you like that, I don't know. But it's gonna taste fabulous and I hope you love it. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen and I'll see you again soon with another family recipe. For the full recipe, check the description box below and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen.